Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Triple N Talk Show. I'm Dr. NIK NIKAM, and we have an interesting guest today. And this is being live video streamed to YouTube and also Google Plus. While we are talking about YouTube, we would like you to visit our YouTube channel, which is NIK NIKAM, where we have more than 700 videos accenting our experience here in Houston. And also, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we also would like you to download our app for Android and Apple devices, where you can follow us on YouTube and also on Google Plus. And also, please do visit our Facebook page, which is NIK NIKAM Network, where we bring you the latest information on what's happening in and around the Houston area and from around the globe. Today, my special guest is Mahesh Sriram, who is a model, who is an actor, who's an entrepreneur. He's from Houston. And Mahesh, welcome to Triple N Talk Show.
Thank you.
You are a movie star. It's a pleasure for me to be, talking to a movie star, because I thought movie stars are people who lived in the sky like the stars. Let's start off with. Give us a little bit about your background.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here. And good evening, everyone out listening to and watching us.
Yeah.
I'm from Houston here, and originally from India. Been a while, settled down here, and slowly my acting career started off, which was started in India.
I see.
When I was, doing college and all.
Yeah.
Then I have moved to US. Then slowly, past 5 years, it's been very active in US, getting into modeling and.
So this was where in Hyderabad?
Hyderabad. I'm from Hyderabad.
Okay, so let's start off. When did you first became aware that you are like attracted to cameras, or the cameras were attracted to you?
Growing up, watch Bollywood movies and Tollywood movies. Everyone have a dream of, getting into films or be like a hero. So while growing up in colleges and all, I used to think how these things can happen, or, they make this. So while I was in Hyderabad, I was in NCC. It's a National Cadet Corps.
Yeah, I was in
NCC. So I was in Navy. So they have a selection process where they give a prize to good-looking.
Is that right?
So I got a prize in the good-looking guy, with the well-dressed and pickup and everything. So that gave me a leads to some modeling assignments with the photographers.
I see.
So that was my first.
Yeah. How old were you when this one started?
Let me say, I was in my graduation.
I see.
College
Nice.
days.
Yeah.
So there it started, and it gave me encourage, and it actually accelerated my inner interest.
So when was the first time you got like did you start off with a modeling, or did you start off with like a commercial?
It was a modeling more of. It was a mix of fashion shows on ramp and also photo shoots for different products. My first photo after working with professional photographers, it was with Kawasaki Bajaj ads, and from local, accessories in Hyderabad, men's clothing and everything. So that really kind of boosted from there. It is a mix of everything. And my acting career started very much late.
I see. Yeah.
So I'm more of a model to start with my career. Yeah.
So I mean, how long did it take you to go from like modeling and doing commercials to, did you get into television first, or?
It was a slow process for me, because I kept it as a passion and my hobby. Because I have a career which is again into entertainment, animations and graphics. So I started off with the photo shoots, then it got onto commercials, working on TV commercials and various other elements. And I haven't gone to TV series.
I see.
Because one of the reasons was my time was committed more to my work.
I see.
So I took up modeling because it is quick.
I see.
It's only 1 day, 2 day shoots, or the fashion shows. So I used to enjoy that. Then later I got into films, which.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching a Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and my special guest is an actor, movie star, and an entrepreneur, Mahesh Sriram from Houston, Texas, and he comes to us from the state of Andhra Pradesh. Is it Andhra Pradesh or Telangana, Nadu, or what is it?
I would say Telugu. I'm from India, Hyderabad.
That's good. Okay, let's talk a little more about these commercials. How long does it take? Actually, you know, this is being live video streamed to Google and YouTube, going all across the globe.
Hi,
so there's
everyone.
no rehearsal, no retake, no rewind, nothing here.
Interesting. I like this. You know,
let's talk about how long does it take to shoot a 30-second commercial?
Oh, you know, there is no time limit on that. Depends on, it could go for days,
Is
it
that
could
right?
go a single day, or it could go for 1 week also. Depending on, it all depends on what actually a director wants in that clip, you know.
I see.
For example, if 30 seconds of a commercial, it's very, you know, creative oriented.
I
The
see.
cameraman, director, actors, so they like to convey that message within few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, so they take more time and they get it. Whereas in film, it is quicker, like, you know, because you have a lengthier time to explain the story, and, you know,
Yeah.
but, you know, time definitely varies, like, you know.
So can someone make a living out of just commercials?
It depends, you know, how you treat it as. You could be very busy just, you know,
Yeah.
focusing on commercials, and anything you do, you just have to be into it full time. Then definitely it pays more than actually.
Is that right?
Yes.
Commercial.
Yeah.
That's fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about acting, modeling, and fashion shows, and my special guest is Mahesh Sriram. And okay, then from the commercials, did you take some acting classes or training, anything like that?
Not for my first movie.
I see.
I have
Yeah.
acted my first movie without any professional training,
Yeah.
because I was already into photography, you know,
I see.
shoots, and also with the commercials. I got kind of used to it, but really, frankly, I was never acted in front of a camera for a lengthier time.
I see. Yeah.
With the, you know, when you're acting in a film, you have long list of dialogues, you know.
I
I
see,
was a
yeah.
little, you know, kind of skeptical when actually director casted me. I actually mentioned him, you know, I don't have any prior
Yeah.
skills in acting, like, you know, apart
Yeah.
from my modeling. Would you think? He said, no, your looks are the character. What we are looking is,
Yeah.
you have that. So from there, I took a step slowly, and, you know, later I got a training with,
I
you know, locally in
So,
US.
so do they record the dialogue at the same time, or is it like voice over in a post production?
Each project is different,
I see.
quite. So, but at this any point of time, you actually, while you're acting, you have to have all your dialogues.
Yeah,
That way you get,
lip
yeah,
movements and
lip
expressions
movement,
and all
one
this.
thing, and more as an actor, you need to have that expression.
Expression,
Right?
yeah.
You know what happens? Of course, you record on the, like, you play, you do your acting with your voice, with those emotions. Again, you record in the studio for your own voice. That time, actually, your performance is less because you're not in the environment.
Mhm.
So it's a mix, and it's very challenging. Again, you do acting, again, you go back to the studio to reenact that situation, which is very difficult.
So
And,
that is sitting in front of the microphone and trying to bring out all those emotions.
imitate your own emotions and trying to synchronize with your own voice.
That may be
So,
more challenging than just acting in front of the camera.
absolutely, I feel that is more challenging. Yeah.
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 I have done little small clips. In fact, one of these movies supposed to be released. I had like a 2-minute segment there.
Oh wow, what is about like?
It's called a Curry on an American Plate.
Oh, okay.
And where a friend of mine comes to my office and I give him some medical advice.
There you go. You have that experience.
Yeah.
From
So I just did it, you know, like I would do normally to any ordinary patient. But he's like a family friend, so I just
that was your profession, and it was very easy. Must be very comfortable in front of the camera, right? So that's all about it. Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we are watching a Triple N talk show, and we are talking about acting and also doing TV commercials, modeling, and fashion shows. My special guest is Mahesh Sriram. Okay, let's talk about your first film and what lessons did you learn from this particular film? Just give us a little synopsis of this.
My
film.
first film released was Chinna Cinema.
Ah.
Okay, so in that I was playing a character, negative role.
Yeah.
So it was very interesting. The whole shoot was in New Jersey, New York, and different elements. And a whole team got together and, started off. I had to, go. And the character was a little bit serious character. He's a businessman character, and he's very angry guy, so that was a concept. So the best part of it was like I started off my first scenes and I got very comfortable with it, and started everybody, hey, this is coming up, you have your own phases, like, hey, what is coming first time, you're more excited to see yourself on backside of it. So I was learning, like I was approaching directors and producer, hey, you guys trust me now, so is it good? They said, yes, do what you are doing, that's it. So from there it built my confidence. So it was.
So how did it feel for you to do a villain part in your first movie? Because once you do one act, then it becomes kind of I should say stamped.
Yeah, it was it was, I never planned for that. But when the character came to me, I saw something in it. Okay, this is what I can really do it. So I was working on it. If I'm this character, how it would be. So somehow I pulled it, and from there I've been doing similar and some variations in that into a different variation characters.
It's fascinating because I had the pleasure of interviewing Manoj Bajpayee.
Wow.
We had like a 40-minute interview when he was here in Houston promoting Magic Bus, and I was talking to him about the same questions. How do you differentiate yourself from the roles you're playing? And he said, he's playing the role of the person whom he's supposed to be representing in the story.
Exactly. I'm a big fan of Manoj Bajpayee, and I do watch his lot of movies. And it's a lot of inspiring. You watch them and hey, these people have done. You learn from that, and what you do is you actually don't copy that, but you put yourself. I'm more like a method actor. Like for example, I'm playing a doctor tomorrow. So I would talk to doctors. I see their behavior, I will think myself. If I'm as a doctor, my body behavior changes. And how polite you are to the patients. Everything you kind of, as an actor, it is important for you to study how the behavior actually goes, and you get there. Once you do keep doing it, you learn a lot. There is so much to.
So how much you get from the directors?
Directors are actually main bone for your acting actually. So because you're an actor, you want to act, but as a director, he knows what exactly where it fits your performance. It's in a team, you're working with various co-stars.
I see.
So even sometimes if you like to overdo, or you don't want to do this, but director said no, just do this. So
I think he has a global picture of the whole movie.
Exactly.
That's how it goes from scene to scene, act to act, and all this.
Exactly. So he's the captain of the ship, so he would guide you. So he plays a major role in designing a character for any actor. So it's also an actor's dream to be working with a good director, because he knows what he can extract from you.
So do you have to rehearse a lot? I mean, particularly you're doing a character which you have not done before, before you come in front of the cameras?
See, each actor takes it differently. So for me, I would like to rehearse as much as possible before the scenes. And because the dialogues are different and you're actually working with so many co-stars, you don't want to waste your time being on the set, because it's a cost for the production, it costs for the time, it also for the mood of like for example, if you're taking more takes on the location, you're stuck. What happens is it actually takes, so I would go whatever the best time available to prepare as much, like while you're eating also you're actually looking at the script. Okay, you're dressing and hey, you're doing the makeup, then you have the script like this, then you're reading, then you rehearse that. So maximum, I mean, sometimes you get more time, sometimes you have only 1 hour. Hey, you got to, and these will be pages. So the best I can do, I always prepare myself.
I think most people dread the dialogue more than anything else. So how do they do it? Do they want you to recite the whole paragraph, or is it recorded line by line?
No, that's what, for example, myself, I'd like to go through all the dialogues,
Yeah.
and try to remember and not focus on the dialogues more, but I like to focus on the situation, what that actor is in that situation. Because some of these, like for example, if you're thinking of, like for example, if I'm talking to you, and if I forget my lines, I'll be your focus is distracted.
Yeah.
So it's, as an actor, it is very important to remember your dialogues. Then you can do a lot of improvisations on sets as an actor. So that's a good way to
typically
go.
how many shots do they take for like each scene?
I'll give you my example actually. Okay, so actually some of the scenes they go first time. You will be surprised. Really? Did you do it? Did you? Are you sure? Are you, because of the time, it's you just want to cut it, or director is okay? It's okay. It could be first time, and some scenes even it takes 15, 20 times. You're only maybe sometimes stuck with just one line.
Yeah.
You know, somebody's coming and saying, "Hey, welcome," or some very small line, but it does happen. Then once the director is happy, you know, they'll go with that.
So, yeah, that's what happened to me. I did this 2-minute segment. I told you I was sitting like this, and my two friends were sitting across the table, and I just was explaining to him what has happened, what needs to be done, and all these things. And it was all off the cuff because they had like a 1.5-page dialogue. So I didn't even stick to that. Then after one take, he said, "That's fine. You know, this is more than what we want."
So yeah, you know, each one have a different way of getting things from you. So
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, something stuck in my throat. You're watching Triple N Talk Show, and while we are talking about a Triple N Talk Show, we would like you to download our app for Android and Apple devices, where you can watch all these interviews on YouTube and also Google Plus. While you're on YouTube, which is our channel, NIK NIKAM, please do subscribe to our YouTube channel. And we have more than 700 videos accenting our experience here in the Houston area. You can watch all those things. And we would also like you to visit our Facebook page, which is NIK NIKAM Network, where we keep you abreast of all the buzz that is going on in and around the H town and from around the globe. And so you can follow us along. And my special guest is Mahesh Sriram, who is a model, who is an actor, and who is also an entrepreneur. Okay, let's talk about the next movie which you were involved with.
I have a few projects in 2016, so which I'm looking forward for that.
No, the second movie you acted.
Oh, second, which I acted. So second movie release was Hang Up. So it is actually a thriller movie.
Yeah.
So it was very special movie for me because I had to prepare a lot for this. I played a psycho character in this movie.
I see.
Psycho character, and I had to grow my hair long to give that more, you know, that effect. So it was based on a negative character film.
I see. Yeah.
So. And that is the time I really got connected with acting, actually.
I see.
Because I had to go into that mode of character where actually, you know, this is between me and heroine. She would get scared with my voice itself. Yeah. So that is the kind of personality behind my voice I have to be. So it was a very nice experience. Very practical experiences, like, you know, that is where I realized, okay, this is so challenging, but I did my best, whatever.
So how did you prepare for that particular role? I mean, of course, it's a psycho, and I just saw some of the clips. It reminded me of one of the movies like Babysitter.
Yeah,
which was like there 20 years ago, which I watched in a theater. I would never let my children watch that movie.
Actually, this is kind of in line with that, but it is not exactly. It is in line. So I'm a kind of a guy calling a stranger, calling on phone, you know, harassing the heroine. That character, I played a name Shastri in that, and so. This is something very interesting. I've been called for the audition, and you know, with the looks and everything, hey, you know, this is fine, this is good. Okay, you have to be very scary. Okay, I'm generally smiling, and you know, how can you? Hey, you know what, you do it.
Yeah.
From that negative level of not scaring to
Yeah.
had to go to the extremely opposite of actually literally people couldn't see into my eyes by the end of the movie. And it is so challenging because I have to maintain that character throughout the movie, and the movie is shot for a length of different few months.
I see.
So imagine you have a scene and you're actually off the scene again, you're back, so you have to balance that tempo of scaring all the time.
Yeah.
So what I have actually gone there before the shoot, like 1 week, and I have actually literally closed myself into isolated house, what there, and had to work on my script and worked on my how to get it. And the director was very good, Haider Bilgrami. He helped me a lot also. And Mr. Das was one of the directors on the film, and the entire crew was so friendly to and finally I could get to that level of scariness. You can
so do you like visualize or act in front of the mirror and see how it's going to look to the audience in the auditorium or in a movie theater, or how do you get into the full functionality of that particular character?
That's a very interesting question, actually. Some of this time you always look in the mirror, hey, am I looking fine, am I looking good, that's the but this particular character, I was not looking for anything outside, because outside is all my hair and long jacket and it's a night scenes and all. I was more focusing on my inner. Am I really scaring or not? If I close my eyes now, I can feel, hey, how to get into that character. So that's what I was focusing. So these are all, I learned on sets while actually doing, and I used to see, okay, how do you do this method acting, and how do you get it? Then get tips from nowadays. You have so many open sources, like you have videos, you have anybody's new want to learn. You have so many references of things. So, but you take them as an motivational, inspirational aspects. From there, you develop your own character. So today, I look back, Shastri. That's my character. Like it doesn't resemble anyone, or so that's what you become. So
do you watch like similar videos or movies to see how you can, like you said, get some pointers, maybe not copy something?
Definitely, always it is director also tell you sometime, hey, Mahesh, this is a character, but he will not tell you exactly, because he's not planning to take one source of reference, but he will tell you the character would be something like this, something of this, something of this. So you imagine you have a lot of homework to do.
I know.
Okay, what is this something from this?
For one line.
So you try to, okay, he meant in this. So it is, as an actor, it's very important for you to actually, okay, this is what director wants. How much you can see as a reference, and what is that? Because he already taking you, because you're already there. And because it goes through an audition, like they audition different people and they select you. So when they selected you, you're already there. So he's only trying to build your
improvise
little
and get the best out of the
exactly, because he's helping you to, okay, this is what I'm looking. So you better. So.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are watching the Triple N Talk Show. My special guest is Mahesh Sriram, who is an actor, who is a model, who is also an entrepreneur, and you're watching this on YouTube, and it's also coming live on Google. And please do subscribe to our YouTube channel and also our Facebook page, NIK NIKAM Network. Okay, let's talk about. You were doing let's say, I kind of lost track of my thoughts. Let's take a break from the movies and go back to fashion show. So you're on, preparing for the fashion show. So what are all the things that are going on in your mind as a model? We'll come back to the movies.
Yeah, that was my first step. It was like walking, growing up, it's not like you always do that. So first time you're on the stage, and my first show was in Hyderabad, Ravindra Bharati. It's one of the biggest auditoriums in art and culture. And it's a huge audience. And I was on the ramp, like first time doing for, local designers. That was a time like, okay, it was mix of everything, like, okay, like, you are there first time in the limelight and in front of the cameras, lights, everything. So that was my journey started off. And the best part is it builds your personality. I learned a lot walking on the ramp and doing photo shoots, because it conveys what you are, it builds your, it helps your, lot of things you can learn. You meet a lot of creative people, a lot of positive energy people who are very active. Hey, let us do this. And especially when it comes to fashion show, you have a very limited time there. Once you rehearse for few weeks or months, but you have very limited time. You come, walk and go, and you're actually showcasing the designer. So you do your best.
But also you may get to network with people in the industry.
It's a lot of creative people you come across, designers, it could be photographers, it could be, and that's where actually you get exposed to the media. Like, if somebody wants to hire you for a commercial, hey, okay, this male or female model looks good. So let's, so I got quite a few offers like that, once it's gone on, it takes slowly one to another. So
the most recent one, I think you were on that Jasmeeta Singh's Jazz Creations fashion show.
No, I was at Swachh Bharat fashion show with Priya Chabri.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Priya Chabri and Agnihotra Paul, designer from Calcutta.
Yeah.
Priya Chabri was from Bombay, and this I have done this show because it's for a cause, Swachh Bharat.
I was there also, and actually we had them on our talk show. About the designers. One from Calcutta, the other one was from.
So I was there to support this event because it is helping so many people in India. And I do enjoy doing this, And when it is connected for a cause, it is really very interesting, because whatever you do is
let's give out your contact information. If somebody wants to get in touch with you and get more information about your
about me,
acting career and all this.
So I'm right now Indian actor based in US. That's my identity. So I live in Houston. I have my website, maheshsriram.com, and I'm on my Facebook, Mahesh Sriram. Facebook, and
in fact, we have some of your pictures from previous shows flashing here. It may not come out very clear, but we're going to later on maybe get a video switcher where we can actually have pristine pictures on the screen. Okay, let's talk about the other one more movie you have done, Welcome to America. And tell us about what this movie is and what was your role and what did you learn from this particular movie.
Everything is a learning, definitely, for sure. Welcome to America is directed by Srinu. He's an American Indian living in Kansas. I never knew him, and he contacted me for this. Hey, I've seen your films, and I'm planning to do a movie, which is this. And he straight away said, have a lead role in the film. Then I said, I have done such kind of roles which are different in a negative. Then he said, this is very challenging. Again, but it's got a negative touch also.
I see.
So then I said, okay, what is it? And it's actually a role where I become a governor for within the movie, and the characters revolve around that main character. So the best part was, of course, the film process and everything, and it's a different character. You have to fit into that character. If you had seen, I don't know, trainers or some of them I have, it was like playing that governor role was very challenging for me, because I have to change my body behavior, my kind of style of, had to incorporate some of the styles, like what, so. And the best part is we were shooting inside the real locations. For example, Governor, I was actually on Governor's chair in Kansas.
Is that right?
Real chair, sitting, performing those things. That was my one of the.
I think I saw that picture. I thought it was like a judge's seat or something.
No, it was a governor's chair.
I think we have a picture here. It's been flashing.
It was background. Governor chair. Sitting on that was a great energy. Believe me, it was such a great ambience, and I had quite a bit of scenes to enact in that. Kind of becoming that the corner and with the actual scene, and it was very interesting.
So it's more like a more polished, polite
Absolutely,
approach
he's
to
a
the public.
very polished businessman and also becomes a political ambitious
That's right. Yeah.
guy, and so that was the motive of the.
And of course, with politics comes some baggage behind.
Baggage behind that. So it was a very interesting character for me because kind of I like dressing and to be stylish, and that was happened to be a stylish character as well. At the same time, you have a lot of stylish elements, and at the same time you're performing as a I have to suit that age, so I had to let go sometimes my little beard up, and so that was my experience on that.
So did it kind of help you mature in
Very
a
much,
sense?
very
Huh?
much, very much. Now, because every character you do and every film you do helps you go forward. That is one thing. Because you're actually working with a totally not known team. You don't know anybody, and you're landing there, and you're right in front of the camera, and you have so many people. Your co-star, your actors, everybody is expecting, but within short time you are so connected with everybody, it becomes a family.
Yeah.
And you learn a lot as acting wise, also as your various elements, how film process done, it depends on how you take it.
So that means you had to spend a lot of time in Kansas.
I did, yeah. The movie was shot for more than like a couple of months.
I see. Yeah.
But my, any major role, they different schedule. Like sometimes 15 days. Again, you have a little bit, while they're taking. So I had to go quite a few times, 6-7 times.
Oh.
Like 15 days, 1 week, 2 days. Sometimes actually we had one of the shot in the airport. So I literally flew to the airport, did my scene, and actually came back. So it's interesting,
Yeah.
So that film.
So they don't have any like Hollywood where everything is in like a studio where they just create with a green screen something like that.
Not all of it. Depends on the story. This story was revolving around with the real locations.
I see.
So any director, they prefer to. It's easy to, but they got permissions to do all. So which was very interesting, and it was a great experience to be on that movie.
So now you have played 2 negative roles and a lead role. How do you look at these 3 things from different perspective?
Each one I enjoyed playing. That is one thing.
Yeah.
I did my best at that time. As an actor, I'm learning every day, and each film taught me something to do next. So it's the same thing. That's what but I enjoyed. Now I connect with all the characters. I see myself. Oh yeah, this is what I did. So that's what.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching a Triple N talk show, and we are talking about modeling, movies, commercials, and my special guest is Mahesh Sriram. He's from Houston, Texas. And okay, let's talk about your pet project. Pixels Academy. Pixels Academy.
Yeah.
Tell us what it means, and so what is it about?
As you know me as a model, actor, and
entrepreneur.
You said when it comes to entrepreneur, my career is animations and graphics. I started my career, which is my career right now. That is what I do.
So you have an MBA, right? From where?
MBA from Osmani University.
Oh, Osmani University. Yeah.
Then parallelly, I was doing animations for the films and worked on Hollywood movies when I was in India. Then that took me to different countries, working on various levels. So what I have done is I have launched Pixels Academy in India. It's a training academy, visual effects, animations, and gaming. And collaborated with a top UK company which provides softwares for all Hollywood movies.
Yeah.
And my trainers are, why it is different is I have trainers who are training from Hollywood. These people are working on Hollywood blockbusters, which is something what I thought is, India is a great place, and I have come from there, and that's my connection. And I have seen what is, I would want to improvise that. So I'm taking what I never had there to learn from Hollywood professionals. So I'm actually taking Hollywood professionals to teach Indian students there, and collaborated with that. And this is what Pixels Academy. It's That's what I was.
Is it geared to certain age group or a certain backgrounds?
It's not specifically gauged to any age limit or anything, because creativity is, it could be anything, and there is no educational qualifications needed. It's just like an artist. So that's what I'm trying to bring in more on what my experience, and with working with this team, what would make them to stand on their own, learning these tools in a quicker manner also, and the best, because you're learning from the world animators. The process is, it could be like I have school students and have kind of working professionals, and also who wants to go into animation career. So we have a different courses for everyone.
So what kind of software and hardware do you need for this animation?
It's all, these are global softwares, like, for compositing and filmmaking, all these products. We use the same softwares, and they get trained on this, and collaborated with the software vendors itself for the training in India. So that is, which is makes very easy, to get those international professionals to train for Indian students. And that's Pixels Academy.
How much animation is involved in, like, everyday movies? Like if it's Taylor Perry's family comedy, something like that.
See, nowadays, if you see, actually, mostly it is dominated by visual effects and graphics. Even our show, we could be sitting just behind a green screen, and you can later add a lot of, we could be anywhere, right?
I know.
So the total trend is totally changed. I mean, the people who use now, it's majorly used than before. So it's integration of various elements. It's a visual effects, it's animations, and it's editing, and various fields are there. So definitely it's a major, it could be even a TV series, it could be a film. You never realize. The best thing is, it's become so realistic, you don't really have to look for it. Is this really, made graphics or the real? So
that's interesting, because in 2010, my good friend Azam Hassan, who started a South Asian television, that's when I got involved with television and video and all these things. That's how we got all these light settings and all this for a home cooked up studio. But that's where I learned, and also learned how to bring all these videos into Adobe Premiere and edit them, add the intro and conclusion, all these things.
So this was quite some time back, right? So now it's advanced so much. Believe me, it's technology wise, you really dream of something, you can really make it. That's the thing. It's a challenge to a person. What can you dream? You dream about Avatar, or all this. You can dream, and you can still do it. Earlier, okay, if you think of movies, okay, you have to think of a budget. If I think like this, I will not be able to do, because you don't have right tools and right budget. But nowadays, everything is possible.
That's right.
Its idea is a great thing. So you have a visualization. That's what we teach them. You have ideas, you can do with these tools to get to that level. So the main reason behind Pixel Academy is to definitely train Indian minds to a Hollywood setup in the technical aspects, because you haven't seen many more animations movies which have come from India as such. You see films, but not as competitive. So there is a growth for that. So have initiated this Pixel Academy to definitely help there.
That's fascinating. It looks like you have a lot of interesting different avenues of keeping yourself busy. And so what are your future plans? What particular direction you see yourself in the next 2, 3, 5 years?
It will be same what I've been doing. Like, acting and modeling is my passion, and I always enjoy doing it. So I take up projects when I'm my time, and according to that, I'm very selective on that. and whereas my animation career, which is again same thing, it's going. So you will see me maybe in more projects.
So you said you have some upcoming projects for 2016. Want to tell us something about those?
Yeah, this till now my challenge, one is because first of all you're an Indian actor and you're in US. You're away from Bollywood, Hollywood, and all the woods.
Yes.
Except you're close to Hollywood. You're in between. You're in Texas.
I know.
So with my geographic, I have a lot of limitations on it.
I know. Yeah.
For my travel and so. Now with the 3 movies, what I've done is it's majorly shot in filmed in US, different states, but which is easy for me to go come.
That's
And I had to go to India for, but now the more offers I'm getting is from India.
I see.
Mix and match of time. So I'm seeing what it will be a leverage for me. Good timing, not too much time, but decent project. So. And which keeps me again, modeling here. I travel to LA. I have an agent for Hollywood who, puts me onto different auditions and get me, and that's what. But more on films now.
Yeah.
So
let's give out your contact information again. If somebody wants to get in touch with you.
Yeah, it can be on through my website. My information is website www.maheshsriram.com, and you can reach me on Facebook, Mahesh Sriram, and
Any advice for young entrepreneurs like yourself in terms of going to modeling or commercials or acting?
So it could be any field. What I would say for follow your dreams. It could be anything. It could be a designer, sport, or it could anything. So you follow your dreams and you work for it professionally and see what it requires you to be there, because it's a very competitive world. So like if 10 people are there, why they will choose you? If you think like that, then you will go back and prepare yourself to get there what you want. That's what I say.
Mahesh, it's been a pleasure talking to you, and good luck, and we'll be seeing you more often. And have a happy New Year's Eve and a happy 2016. Ladies and gentlemen, you have been watching the Triple N Talk Show. I am Dr. NIK NIKAM, and this is our last program for the year 2015. And we'll see you next week. It will be the first week of 2000. This has been the last program for 2015. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I'm already into 16. So we are going to be coming back next Wednesday in 2016 and have a wonderful, happy New Year's Eve and a happy New Year 2016. We'll see you next week. Thank you.